I was lied to. Long ago, 7 years before I was born, director John Hughes made a movie called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you remember that movie? In that movie, he unconsciously promised me, and maybe you, that as a high school senior, I would look like a very handsome actor named Matthew Broderick. I would be as charming as Matthew Broderick. I would have a girlfriend like Matthew Broderick. And like Matthew Broderick, a poster of my face would have the caption, "Leisure Rules." As you all know, this did not end up being the case. However, I forgive John Hughes and come to terms with the fact that I am not Matthew Broderick. More importantly, however, and perhaps for the best, none of us here are Ferris Bueller. For one thing, our lives can't be cut down to 103 minutes of carefree romp. For another, it would be highly unusual for a disheveled Mr. Christensen to stalk us around the city. But the main thing that sets us apart from Ferris is not the array of crazy circumstances or that he's simply more fun than us. I know that any of us could live our lives as a day off if we wanted to, but we don't. We choose not to. And it is that choice, that sense of responsibility that makes our graduation so exciting. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but tomorrow morning when you wake up, you will be no closer to Mr. Hughes and Mr. Broderick's promise of that day off. Now, before you panic, let me assure you that your whole life hasn't been some convoluted inception dream. Leonardo DiCaprio isn't standing in the next room burning up your diploma. You have still graduated, and it is still summer. However, the credits aren't going to start rolling up for quite some time. If anything, we have lives ahead of us that demand talent, knowledge, and passion that we have been cultivating for these past 4 years. I see in this amphitheater the world's future athletes, leaders, performers, scientists. Ferris Bueller might have one talent, and that talent is weaseling his way out of trouble. We, on the other hand, have the potential to solve our problems rather than avoid them. Oh, sure, I hope one of us gets the chance to lip-sync Twist and Shout in the Von Steuben Day Parade, but I hope the rest of us are out there curing diseases, compromising towards world peace, or averting climate change. We have a responsibility that a movie character does not, and that is to making our world a better place. I know, it seems unfair that we are the ones getting burdened with this lofty mission when Ferris is out there playing hooky. We can blame many things for depriving us of the Bueller lifestyle. Our teachers, our parents, our college admissions counselors. But when you think about it, the high school education system can only push us so much. Within some deep inner recess, buried underneath piles of assignments and SAT books, we, yes, me, you, all of us, had to care in order to make it this far. A fake cough or a sweaty forehead could have easily gotten us out of class, practice, or rehearsal, but instead we powered through. For 4 years. The superficial excuse is that it was an obligation, a chore, a commitment, but for the things we truly care about, that excuse is masking a determination to succeed. For all of us Ferris hopefuls, this then begs the question, does success have to come at the price of having a good time? And it is my hope that every graduate before me today thinks the answer is absolutely not. The world has problems that demand fixing, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy ourselves while we fix them. And that enjoyment, of course, stems from enthusiasm, from being passionate for and dedicated to what we do with our lives. No one said about changing the world because they were getting a grade for it. Whatever we do, we have to want it for ourselves. If there's anything Ferris can teach us, it's that youth is a beautiful thing. We have our whole lives ahead of us, and it's about time we start making the most of them. On that note, I give the people in this amphitheater full license to change the world. Let one of us install fast food reform. Let one of us find funding for education in third world countries. Let one of us squeeze some bipartisanship back into Congress. Just promise me that no one will change the portrayal of high school in the movies. Don't give those middle school kids any idea of what they are about to actually experience. Let them live in that world of demonic principals and monotone teachers, toilet swirlies, and preppy cliques. And please, let some poor kid think he's going to be the next Matthew Broderick. Because when they sit here like we are sitting now, they can come to the same wonderful conclusion. Our high school experience is not like the movies, because our lives are about more than high school. And at that very moment of epiphany, I like to think that Ferris is somewhere out there, winking back from his red Ferrari throne and saying, "You finally get it. Congratulations, guys. We finally get it."